A man has been arrested on suspicion of intentionally setting a fire that tragically killed 11 people. This tragedy happened Saturday, very early in the morning, around 1:33 a.m. in the Mexican state of Sonora, which is near the Arizona border. The particular premises that this occurred in is the Beer House Cantina Bar in San Luis Rio, Colorado, Mexico, and a suspect is in custody. The person hasn't been named, the victims haven't been named, but we do have a rough understanding of what happened. Essentially, this scumbag, sick psychopath, was drunk. In fact, he was described as being highly intoxicated. He was being disrespectful towards female patrons. We don't know exactly how, but he was drunk. He was bothering people, particularly women, and as such, he was kicked out of the bar. We don't know the exact details, but, let's say the bar management, perhaps the security guys, got him out of the building. So he was removed. He left the building, but he shortly returned with a Molotov cocktail, which he threw directly at the building, and immediately a fire started. It grew very quickly. A witness has said that there was no emergency exit, that there was one door, and that one door was blocked. Panic ensued, as did a tragedy. 11 people died. We're told that one of the victims was a 17-year-old American woman. We're also told that 4 of the 11 that died were women. An additional 6 people have been injured. Thankfully, 2 of those have been discharged from hospital. We're not aware of the condition of the other 4 that were injured. There is footage of the blaze being tackled by firefighters. The blaze was put out eventually, but not before 11 people had succumbed. We don't know the exact details of their deaths. Forgive me, we're not sure if they were burnt alive or if they succumbed to smoke inhalation. We don't know the details. Either way, of course, naturally, it's an absolutely horrific tragedy. Full condolences to all of the family and friends of all of the victims. 11 dead, 6 injured. Thankfully, 2 have been released from hospital. All of their family and friends will be absolutely shocked to the core from this tragedy, this sick, murderous act. We don't know how many people were in the bar at the time, but we can imagine that it was quite a lot, and I would imagine that all of them will be suffering from trauma. This is going to be a terrible event for everyone involved, even the emergency services, the firefighters that had to risk their lives, and the investigators that are going to have to work on the case for the next several months, perhaps years. There's going to be a ripple of trauma, a ripple of huge emotional hurt, depression. It's terrible. Why did this guy do this? Well, seemingly he was highly intoxicated. He was drunk off his ass, seemingly being disrespectful towards women, female patrons in the bar. We don't know the exact nature of that. Thrown out, perhaps by the bar manager, perhaps by security. Either way, thrown out, asked to leave. And that was enough to provoke him to try to burn the building down and take as many lives as he could. He succeeded. He took the lives of 11 people. He's an absolute scumbag. I would imagine that the police do have the right person. Of course, we can't know that for 100% sure, but I would guess that the police do have the right person. There would be witnesses, survivors of the fire, that would be able to easily identify him as being in the bar, drunk, being thrown out by the security, by bar management. There will be witnesses. Perhaps there will be CCTV footage within the building, within the bar, external footage outside of the bar, dash cam footage. There'll be security footage, I would imagine, in the year 2023. So I would be confident that the police do have the right person, and I hope that the Mexican authorities, and really anyone involved in the legal processes in Mexico, show this scumbag absolutely zero mercy. This guy deserves no mercy from anybody at any stage. I don't know if there's the death penalty in Mexico. Should have looked that up perhaps. But either way, he needs to be either killed, in my opinion, legally, of course. Maybe even not that necessary to be that legal about it. I don't know. But certainly needs to be incarcerated for the rest of his life. And I hope the inmates get the opportunity on a regular basis to remind him of the horror that he inflicted upon the 11 deceased, the 6 injured, everyone else in the bar, and of course their family and friends whose lives have now been irrevocably disrupted. They've been pushed into a future of negativity, perhaps a future of severe mental health issues. This is enough. If you're a family member or a close friend, perhaps your husband or wife, your mother, your father, your brother, your sister died in this fire. Perhaps they were burnt alive, and you've got to carry that knowledge, carry that anger, carry that disgust, the sorrow, everything for the rest of your life. And you're going to be reminded of that horrific situation every now and then. Try as much as you like to forget about it and move on, on. Hopefully people are able to do that, but there's going to be times when they obsess over the horrific loss of their family member or friend, and it's just going to cause too many problems for too many people. It's terrible. So the murderer concerned, once they go through the legal system, they need to be shown no mercy whatsoever. So I'm going to wrap things up at this point. If you appreciate the coverage, please do like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and take care.